This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader. We're going to dig in through the close for New York. Nice day. If you picked up early, wasn't an easy pickup, but we're going to go through the details in terms of NVDA, Tesla, rocking it, but not quite so much as Bitcoin. This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader. None of this is intended for you to trade off of, period. You guys do your own work, do your own trades. You let us know how it goes. In terms of the details, let's look at the specifics. First of all, I wanted to stream for the following reason. Let me go ahead and let the VIP in the back know that we are streaming. Important day. Nice pickups in the house, guys. Way to trade. Now, I saw this. I want to just reach out to you. In terms of the pickup today, we hit some fire and ice levels below. You got that right. What did we hit this afternoon on Bitcoin? Yes, the ice cold short on the 4-hourly. Bam, nice hit. Way to trade. Now, let's dig into the details on. Let's look at the details on. Let me move this over just a touch and hope everyone's having a good start to the week. Shout out all the pictures on top. You will see, there's Venus. What's up, Venus? Nice to see you. Let me make sure I'm in the chat. So I saw something on particularly NVIDIA. Wanted to just discuss it while you're looking at your trades tomorrow, right? As we look at our open for tomorrow. What just made me say, well, we have got to stream very quickly, T-minus about 10 minutes to go through this. Now, we had a lateral pickup today, true, on NVIDIA. We'll go through Tesla in 1 minute. Taking a look at the lateral pickup here, boom, 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 boom. Nice day for NVIDIA. It's a 5% move, 5% move on NVIDIA. Very nicely done. Now, we could barely discuss it's going up. However, taking a look at the up and over our cap line. This is the main thing I want to show you today is that it looks like we're going to set up and over our capital control line, which means the bulls are thinking about gaining, you guys got this, about gaining control over the RSI stochastic and MACD, okay, on the 4-hourly. That's a big deal. When and if we flip bullish on the 4-hourly, I would pay some big attention to that specific indicator. Let me take a look and see what we've got going on. Recall that drop to the downside. Bearish on what? On RSI, stochastic, and MACD. Guys, it's the fundamentals of technical analysis. Bears in charge, boom, to the downside. So we just crossed over on the 4-hourly chart. Now, as you know, the way this line will work, we're looking for potential pickups on this line tomorrow on the open. Absolutely, we'll be looking if we can get a bit of a ricochet to reinforce that RSI, stochastic, and MACD at that level. But beautiful day in terms of NVIDIA. Wanted to bring it to your attention for that particular reason. Now, as we were to look at, as we talk about, we'll go through blackjack, etc. in just a bit. Hope you're all having a great start to your week. This is London. Everything's going well here. Very well with Bitcoin. What's up? Nice moves. It's going to be a big, big week. Boom. Look at this. Bam. Just take it like you see it. Just run it. Nicely done. What did we hit on this 4-hourly, guys? We hit this specific top ice cold blue short. Was a nice level to engage in, but Bitcoin's just off and running. Just running. Now, I just want to know. I want to know, did you have, please, Mother Mary and everything else good above and here and on the planet, did you have, okay, I'm not Catholic, but that's okay. Did you have a carry trade? Did you have a flash trade and a carry trade up and over the 200 weekly? You guys know I've been hammering that home on Bitcoin like no tomorrow. I've said it 1,000 times. Up and over the 200 weekly, we're what? We are long, and you need what? You need multiple trades. You need a small flash trade to take some profit when you need some profit, and then you need your carry trade. You see, yes, we needed a carry trade up and over the 200 weekly moving average. Congratulations, everyone who's trading. That is what we are talking about, and we'll dig into Tesla here in just a second. We have a few minutes looking at, and let's dwell on this one moment. Capital control line, our signal. Now, this morning we went over the 20 moving average on the 4-hourly, right? The day in, day out, you don't fight it. Just don't fight it, okay? Over the 20 moving average, below, in and around what, 26,800? Perfect. Have you tested that 20 moving average? Let's say in terms of a downside target, have you established a downside target underneath the 20? No, you have not. Consistently since that 26.8, boom, up and over Nicely done in a period of 9 days. You're looking at 17%, which on leverage is a nice move. Nice move. So we had the reinforcement of the guys at the 200 weekly. Okay, we had the reinforcement of the 20 moving average on the 4 hourly. Okay, 4 hourly key time frame. We look at it quite a bit. You guys want to look at? We'll look at Tesla before we close out here. A lot of volatility. We'll take the volatility. I do want to point out again this specific capital control line that we talked about. Those were the entries. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit challenging, right? Confluence 20 moving average and the capital control line barely here, but I'm just going to tell you these levels, and what do you see? It's a lateral pickup, just like the bottom of Bitcoin. Dang it, you would say, huh? Dang it is right. Pay attention to those lateral pickups. 26,556. Who owns that? I have no idea. Who owns, just right in here, who owns that? I would have no idea. Shout out to the VIP. You're doing well. You are doing extremely well. And let's dig into the details. One more specific pattern here that cannot be ignored. Another specific pattern that should not go without our commentary. Yes, let's take a look at this on, for instance, the daily. I know. I'm the guy who draws all of these expanding volatilities and says you need to be prepared to trade these and trade 500 of them. Why would I say that? Because we have so many of these that look like this, particularly on Bitcoin, way to trade. See that expansion bulls on support handing off with the bears on resistance. This lead in, boom. Absolutely nicely done now. Tesla, a couple of minutes here. We got about 5 minutes left on Tesla. Now, let's make sure on NVDA. Okay, on NVIDIA, we're up and over 4 hourly, that capital control line, RSI, stochastic, and MACD. If it sounds too confusing, hey guys, look, it's not. RSI, stochastic. Stochastic, not everybody uses, but it's important, very important. Now, this morning, we had a good discussion. Please watch this morning's stream if you didn't catch what we were, guys, the full discussion this morning was good. Talking about variable componentries or variable applications of your Fibonacci's and the institutional framework that can disregard or complement your Fibonacci's. Okay, very important stream. Letting you know, very important stream. Okay, watch this morning's stream. Capiche? Rewatch it. Yes, talking about institutional levels of discount levels, okay, for buyers institutionally, what they're looking at. Now, this morning on Tesla, we were stuck in this golden pocket area, right? Nice to see a pickup. Nice to see that level reinforced, which on our hourly, let's pay attention, on our hourly was what? On our hourly was our specific fire sale line, which is now pushed down, all right, to allow that calculation to work and give you more of a cushion to the downside. You'll see that, but it's been a nice day. You'll see that 20 moving average essentially is going to be the line in the sand as we look at the overall move today on Tesla. Don't tell me 7% low to high, 7% low to high. You understand the levels of volatility we're seeing from last week. NVIDIA down 9%, 9 to 10, almost, guys, call it 10, 8 to 10%. Tesla down 8 to 10%. Bitcoin rocking through the roof, about the same equivalent to the upside. We are having incredible levels of volatility. We love it. That's what we're in the market for. We'll take more of it, okay? Now, and learn to manage the downside volatility as well as the upside volatility. This is an example today, okay, as we were to look at, and I just feel like we did a great job this morning talking about the Fibonacci's in play, talking about it is the golden pocket, talking about essentially this intermediate range versus the entirety of the range and how those may be complemented by or let's just say impeded by institutional levels of discount interest on entries for larger, smarter money. Yeah, nice hit and around that what is this, guys? Nice hit and around that $200, just north of $200, was it? You have to look at that, just north of $200, 201.11, what is this exactly we hit into on Tesla, 202.57? A lot of orders just stuck at 200, just sitting there like, hold on, man. It's not time for us to trade, they would think. But looking at that, a 7% move today, if you caught some of that bottom action, beautifully well done. 7% on a move, yeah, you'll take it, yeah. Now, on the 4-hourly, Tesla not playing real nice in terms of the closeout. Got 2 minutes till New York. Just so you know, in terms of a differentiation with NVIDIA up and over that capital control line, looking at Tesla just a little bit down in the dumps, a little bit underneath, problematic, okay? I'm gonna say the big deal here was the blackjack move. Pay attention real quickly. We'll close it out with blackjack. Meaning what? Now you can see obviously what pattern you have in play here, expanding volatility. You got it right now. In terms of the details, what did we have? We had a double bottom. Me wanting to say, oh sure, we have an upside target, right? We had to almost cajole you through the through the golden pocket. Well, at least we're at the golden pocket, right? But yes, we have it. Leave it to me. Always with an upside target. Now we saw a V-shaped recovery, but the important thing that we saw today is the following. Bam. Take a look at a double bottom single pass through. What's this? What is this? That's blackjack. 2-1. We call it ace deuce sometimes, but we'll just call it 2-1 double bottom single pass through. Bam, and back up and through. Blackjack. Count it. Nicely done. Overexpression to the downside. Tesla being Tesla. 7%. What's going on? And what are we looking at? The whole market trading Tesla is looking at this pattern. You know this to be fact. What is it? Looks like Sydney is open and New York is closing down. Nice day, nice trade day, guys. Way to open the week. What's up? What's up? Nicely done. Taking a look at the dynamics in play. What's hot? What's hot right now in terms of Bitcoin? All right, so we can talk about Tesla, talk about NVIDIA. You know, caution you till the cows come home. But 7%. Okay, it's good. We focused on this. We spent 20, 30 minutes today on, hey. 7% is 7% in a day, guys. That's a nice move. That's a nice move. All right, you're low to high on Bitcoin. What was it today? I know you got leverage issues or you prefer Bitcoin. Yeah, that's why we focus on Bitcoin, guys. But looking at the dynamics of play, the blackjack, the technicals to apply over to our Bitcoin trades, boom. 7% is nothing to just, who needs 7%? Everybody needs 7%. In a day, that's nice. That's beautifully well done. Compound into that, into it. Let's see where we're going in terms of Bitcoin. Did you catch the bottom? First of all, in Tesla, did you catch any of the bottom? Mm-hmm. You did. Good. Now, did you catch anything else along the way? We went way out there and caught a nice entry. Did you catch anything else along the way? Anything else at all? I don't know. You guys just caught one trade? Or did you catch anything else along the way in terms of that 7%? That's the game, guys. That's over. Game over. Game over. You start catching more than just, well, I caught the bottom. Good. What else did you catch? What do you mean? Side trades? I don't know. Part of that trade. What'd you do? This is a moneymaker. Boom. Can you add to your trade? What'd you do here? What are you supposed to do? Well, I just let my trade just ride and rock and roll to the upside. Good. How many times you add into your trade? How many times you capitalize on this beautiful entry here? Look at this. Didn't give you too much fuss at all in terms of the equation. Let me see what we got here. Let's listen up.
Alert. Contact 3-minute capital line.
Okay, contact 3-minute capital line. Setting up some alerts, so we'll be a little bit more squared into the market. Let me turn this down real quickly and let me say, J-Mac, what's going on? J-Mac, nice to see you. Love the action on BTC. Everybody having a good time. What's up, J-Mac? Boom. J-Mac. Boom. California in the house. What's up, California? Scotland in the house. What's up, Scotland? In the house. Hope you guys both doing well. Big time. Great action today on Bitcoin. Nice to see our technicals working the way they are. You know me. I like a good blackjack move. We caught a lot of the moves on Tesla. This is just sweet to have reinforced. I really hope you guys took it to the bank. Really hope you have a carry trade from that 200 weekly. Yeah, I know. In terms of that, I hope you have a carry trade from lower. If you do or if you don't, that's all right. What's the good thing about the market? You'll get 4.69% to the upside. You want to finish off with Tesla? Are we finished with Tesla? Let's look at the daily real quickly. Green buy line is an issue. So is particularly the lower standard deviation. Okay, that's going to be the number one kicker as you look at Tesla, the chart. The bears just completely reinforced the specific lower band on the Bollinger Band, okay? So that's a big ticket item that everybody's paying attention to. After this specific reinforcement here with the preceding 2 days ago on Thursday, everybody's looking at this, okay? You had a reinforcement here. Was that on Thursday? We have a reinforcement here on Monday. That's going to be, that's the level to watch. If you're looking at something, if you want to make a note or highlight on your chart or something, that's the level. Just, you can't miss that. That's a big deal, right? So looking at the specifics, let's go over to Bitcoin again real quickly. Yeah, great to see, again, up and over. And we just have, you all know where we're at. You know exactly what we need on Bitcoin. And we're just about there on the daily. We agree? We do. Hi, we have the weekly. You all know we have the weekly. And everyone's just saying it doesn't matter. It's just going to keep going up, right? It's going to rocket to the upside. It doesn't matter. It's going to keep going up. That's what we want to hear. Just everybody's all in, right? Let me see what I've got here in terms of this. Here we go. You're going to see that the weekly standard deviation, okay, we just saw this on Tesla. Pay attention. We just saw this on Tesla. Reinforcement contact level at the daily reinforces a level of resistance, right? Yeah, okay. Now, pay attention to the 32,048. That's been our cut off level for, guys, it's been months now, right? But we've got to clear 32,000, right? That was the threshold level. If you grabbed a short there precedingly, you did very well. Now, that is the hot zone right now for the following reason. The standard deviation on the weekly is right there, okay? That is the standard deviation, literally at that level. Now, it's a point of obvious technical interest in addition to the preceding, let's just say due to the preceding price action. Let me go back up and through this zone. You're going to have difficulty in this zone not looking to the left. I'm just going to say that. This is the worst time period that you can get involved in. If you're to look at this, this is one of the worst periods, I was going to tell you, to miss the move. Everybody knows this. Now, let's talk. And nobody wants to just look left and turn into a stratospheric bear, right? Just completely unhinged in terms of the 32,000 level, completely psyched out, and we're off the train. Nobody wants to miss the move to the upside, right? Yes. So, as we look at the immediate price action, as we look at targets to the downside, you better believe it, as you look at targets to the downside. Now, this is where we will talk. Maybe over on a weekend. What are you guys doing? Huh? What do you guys say? We got a target to the downside. Yes. What do we know about it? It's loaded with orders, right? The whole thing was loaded with orders. Preceding level of resistance, we trade this every day. True, we trade it every day. Flash, if we talk about the rip to the upside, bam, reseating itself, preceding resistance, then a move to the upside. You just see that we trade this all the time, guys. We trade this, and this is how equities playing a role in your Bitcoin trade or not. Big time. We traded this. Well, how many hundreds of times have we been through? Okay, it's a breakout. What are we supposed to do? What do we do on a breakout? We don't chase it. That's a big deal to say, oh, we don't chase that. Bam, back down into level of resistance. That's a big deal. It's a nice move. Now, as you look left, you have options, okay? Literally in terms of your ability to lock in, right? Now, in terms of an ability to lock in, right? You want to lock in your profits? It's going to be to each his own on this one, okay? It's going to be to each his own on this one. Locking in. What other advanced mechanisms are in play other than locking in your profits? What else would you want to do? What else do you guys think you could do other than locking in your profits? You want to lock your profits in. We know how to do that, right? No problem. The cut loose is the problem. The cut loose, essentially, if you're going into a flat hedge, the cut loose is the issue, right? That's going to be the issue. I am going to, guys, as we look at this, let me say this. In terms of 32,000, I'm going to just direct you to the weekly standard deviation. I'm going to let you know that there are shorts at that level. There are longs at that level, both to be reinforced up and over, down and under. Okay? We just did this on the 200 weekly, right? maybe a little bit stronger, in terms of the action around the weekly standard deviation. If you handled the 200 weekly, if you handled it well, then in terms of long up and over, in terms of short down and under, okay, of that 200 weekly. Let me say this. Let me go ahead and add this to the What do we got? 200. Guys, if anyone knows Jacob Maglaby, please have him call me. He put me on all these invite-only things like 8 months ago, and I can't get him to get it off of my trading view. They're awful indicators. He's a founder of Chart Prime. I don't mean to say that they're awful indicators, but I think he gave me a subset of, I have no idea what he did, but please get him off my invite list. Jacob, I've written you so many times, please. Take me off your list, please. You wanted to do some sort of alliance or something, I'll look at your indicators, fine. He put me on the invite list. They're under my invite. They're just clogging up everything. I'm like, this is awful. So anyway, if you know Jacob McElwee, hope you're doing well, by the way, but I really want you to get off my, it's like a reverse engineering. You stuck on my system. I don't like it, Jacob. I wrote you too many times. I wonder if he's just like that because he gets free press on this and that. Who knows? Bad press, bad indicators. Chart Prime co-founder, awful indicators, embarrassingly bad. To have the versions that I have, I'll say that, to have the versions that I have. Maybe they're great. Maybe they're just fantastic. No, what is it? Slander? I don't want to slander him. But Jacob, please write me back. If you pay attention to that and you haven't paid attention to anything I've written you, come on. Anyway, he stuck all these things up under my invite-only list. By the way, you can do that to anyone. If you don't like someone, you just pepper them all up through your, I think, you let me know. I'll talk with TradingView to see how am I supposed to get these things off. I've been sabotaged by some other group. Not cool. Anyway, back to the issue at hand, 200 weekly moving average. We know, and this was easy. We agree, relatively easy. Long up and over, short down and under, right? Yeah. So we're coming into the foray with a weekly standard deviation. And we're going to be what? We're going to be long up and over, short down and under. We agree? Is it going to be that easy? It shouldn't be difficult. We just did this, right? We just did it, didn't we? So that's going to be the litmus test here. And it's nice to have another primary level of interaction that we can look to in terms of that weekly standard deviation. Let's go to the actual weekly chart. No hard feelings between me and Jacob. I'm gonna step it on up and get involved directly with TradingView on the issue. Huh? Don't want to sour his reputation with TradingView. He's got a major corporation. I don't know what they do with Chart Prime, but I don't know. I wouldn't throw that on your invite only list. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I'm gonna tell you I wouldn't. So just being honest. Huh? But I hope everyone over there is doing great with everything. Maybe they were going through unseasonably bad times. Who knows? And best of luck to everyone, unless we're trading against you in the market now. Level of resistance. We're going to note one thing in terms of a bit of an upside here. All right. Preceding wick is going to provide a potential level of resistance up and above. Where are we at on the day right now? 5%. Okay. So for the record, Tesla outdid Bitcoin today. Doesn't look like it, does it? Was that a 7% move? 7% on Tesla from low to high? Hey, not bad, huh? Not bad. 7%, huh? You got to log that, guys. We look for volatility, so we gotta log that. Now, oh no, let's see what that is. I have no idea that phone. Let me see who's calling. Who knows, guys? Don't know. Huh? For all I know, that's Jacob, who I was just talking about. I have no idea. He's probably, that phone never rings. Huh? Now, here it goes. This should be interesting. I don't care. You're welcome to do whatever you need to get your trash indicator off of my deal. Now, as we look at the details, level of resistance. Okay, level of resistance. Just note that we have a preceding pivot wick up here to the left. Okay, now, as you're looking at the 200 weekly, we just played long over, short under. Now that was the right call. That was easy. That was really easy, right? Because it just didn't frustrate. It was easy. You didn't even have to really trade it much. It was just, that was it. We're up and over. Hey, everybody, long. We're long over. Like a lot of encouragement from me beforehand We have to agree. That made it a little bit easier, right? Okay, now, it would be nice if we had some sort of a direction like that in terms of this weekly, right? But is it just that simple? Is it just as simple, honestly, as we start looking into, to be real clear and honest about it, is it just that simple at every single level of that we're looking at on the price chart? If we are to really discuss the details, is it, I mean, come on, it's not like that simple with the, I mean, come on. It's not that simple with the 20 moving average on the 15-minute time frame, is it? Like, we're going to be long over, we're going to be short under. We have some levels of significance that we pay more attention to. We agree? Yeah, we have some levels of significance that we pay some more attention to. Right at about that 32,152, which if we look at, let's do one thing. This preceding level here to the left that we're talking about being a little bit of a potential stumbling block. Do note the following. In terms of pattern, and I know everyone just wants to say forget about it. It's just going up. It's going up. Okay, now, as we were to look at the specifics with the left shoulder, the head, right shoulder, on the, what do we measure this, on the hourly? Okay, we've hit into 786. You've got a target above. Now, 2.37%. Okay, so you've got a target above. We're clear in and about roughly 5% on the day, 4.93%. Some of these are strong moves. I mean, these are just power up moves. They really are, aren't they? Getting some indications here in terms of the, we don't like these combo moves necessarily, where it's like, you know, are we going to head back further below the level of preceding resistance to flip as support? Is there more room and orders in here? The bottom line is the market doesn't need that right now. Okay, so as you look at this and it's just an abnormal pattern, this is not regular patterning. This is not, you know, if you're uncomfortable with it, just understand the orders are there, but right now the market just doesn't need it. Okay, so when you see something that's taking off, and I'll just say within the context of what we have been really focusing on the last several number of weeks here, to include just nice cup and handle patterns. We had that fan formation in the back. You guys saw that fan formation was very nicely done. And shout out to all the VIP. Hope you guys are doing well. Looking at that fan formation was a really nice way to get up and over this flat top here, which was also, the fan was a really nice way to spread into on this lower time frame, this 5 minute curvature and handle. You saw this on the let's see, the 3 minute, I believe, pretty nicely in terms of the curvature. And yeah, we got the handle with a reconfirmation and bam, up and out. So given the amount of trading that we've done on equities, it's been nice to say, okay, every time on breakout, where are we putting in our trade orders? Bam, a long preceding level of resistance. That's when that pays, right? So it's nice to see that action. And that's just some of the action that we've seen, just on the micro, just to see and talk about how things are developing out. Do keep in mind, anytime you see a move up, try and identify a flag or try and identify any type of a pennant. If it's got a flag pole, see if you can stretch something into what the market may be looking at to repeat the flag, specific flag pole, okay? In terms of that, just that measured move, okay? If we were to take a look at this, and I just tell you, it's been dicey aside from the fire and ice lines, which have just been, levels have been engaging well. We had a nice hit on this hit right here today. That was the fire and ice, that was the ice cold short on the 4 hourly. It was a nice move, nice move. You guys got that right. That was a good hit, wasn't it? Not bad. Look at the maximum here. 1.7% to the downside. A lot of throttle in Bitcoin. And indeed, there is some good left in this market. We agree? Quote. You got it right. Nice to see it on Tesla, NVDA. Nice to see it on Bitcoin. Hey, keep the chin up, right? Keep the chin up. Nice to see the action. So, so nothing has changed. We have a level of interaction being the weekly incoming. That's the bottom line. Okay, being the weekly as a level of interaction that is incoming. And I'll just tell you that it is, if I can find this again, let me take some of these screens off as we look at the particulars. Let me go ahead and adjust this real quickly and see if there are any. I have my Target set to 50% right now, 50, okay? I'm gonna change those targets to 100 to see, so I can populate and see what targets we technically have right now as Bitcoin is just making her way up. Long over the, you got it, 200 weekly moving average, paying like a champ. Paying like a champ. Yes, indeed. Now, looking at the weekly, now he's starting to get into a little bit of this preceding. Let's take a look. All right. We are close. We are close. We are close. You don't want to just strap this price down, do you? You don't want to just completely, you don't want to completely do this, right? Because you're at what, 31,696? You're at the classic 86. Ouch, guys. Classic 86 on the inverse head and shoulders. All right. We've got a top side level of resistance here that we want to hit as bulls. True or false? Oh, yeah. True or false? We want to hit this top line of resistance. Take that line, put it on your charts, because that is what a bull's going to look at right now immediately. That's fine. That's fine. We want to hit this top line level of resistance. Fact? Yes. Now, we're trying. Let me take a look at this one more time, just so we can go through the details. This is a level of significance. We are literally at a relevant level here within threshold. We have to note this. We're at 86% on that inverse head and shoulder on the hourly lines. Fact. Okay. So as we look at this from a technical standpoint, as you look at, and let's just revisit where we are, up and over the 20 or the 200 weekly moving average, you clear 12.64%. It's good. It's not bad. Tesla low to high had 7%. That's in a week here, right? Is that a week? It's a week worth of price action. Tesla just today low to high had 7%. Hey, Tesla has been rocking in terms of downside, upside. It's been nice. Love that volatility. Now, so we are essentially 90% of the way there on this inverse head and shoulder from underneath. On the lines on the hourly. That means what? On the candle wicks, you've got some more aggressive targets, right? Now, in terms of backing off of this level, I am going to point you to one specific time frame. Let's go into first of all, let's review this so that you can get a squared away look at this on the weekly. Let's just check out the monthly. Okay. Now, if we're really players, instead of just the top line resistance here that we would look towards hitting, we'd really say, yeah, that's great and that's fine, but I want to hit this top side band. Okay, we agree, which is on this specific chart here. Where are we at? Boom, monthly, okay? So, if you really want to be bullish with this, you're going to say, that's fine. Let everything rock and roll. Let it sizzle along the way. Let it freak some people out. This is where you are at immediately on the monthly. Now, that looks significant, both in terms of the potential for completing that cup and handle. And she's just talking to you right now because she just completed a pattern cup and handle out of a fan. Boom, ricocheted up to the upside, hammered back down. What's the good news? Okay, the good news is we know we're long over, short under. You can mark this out on your monthly if you want to, but that's about as clear of a look as we're going to get. We agree, huh? We agree. Nice look. Upside target 40 grand just based on all, guys, the technical parameters we would look at. And you know that we also have some other dynamics in play. So it's not all everything, pack your bags, everyone going to the moon. We know that. We have a really highly relevant technical level here. Now, shorts are going to engage. Period. Shorts are going to engage. And let's see what we have. Daily level 32. Daily ice level 32K. Yes. Let's see what we have. That's let's just review here on the monthly. Fact. Nearly worth printing out and putting on your wall, okay? That there is a very important chart. Everyone agree? You cannot look at that chart and say that's not important. And you cannot look at this chart and say this is an irrelevant chart. I just want to flip back and look to another chart. That's an important chart, okay? Now, in terms of, let's go to the weekly real quickly. To look at that monthly, let's look at the weekly. Okay, now the weekly is that top line resistance. That weekly is the breakout. That top level standard deviation is, if you will look at this, please, on your monthly, then schedule down into your weekly. Look at this line right here. Let's do a vertical and horizontal right there. Okay, if we look at this line right here, that same line is going to be what? It's going to literally be your standard deviation. There's a little bit more room. It doesn't make it tough, but we have a target to that upside, the 32,086. We really need to hit it essentially to break out, quote unquote, break out of this midline feature here, right? So that's going to be that's highly relevant in terms of needing to get up, out, and over. And this is the issue. We're requiring an upside target. Just think of this. We're really requiring that extra like 0.2%. Let's take a look at this. I don't know what it is. It may be 0.4, maybe 2 or 3. Who knows? It's 0.5. Okay, it's 0.5 to break out. Okay, 0.5 to break out. And we want to say, okay, but up and over that, we really need to get to this weekly standard deviation, right? So I just want you to know you're in as a 0.7 up and over that. So what I'm saying is the following. You have got an upside target, but technically look at this. Okay, this is the crux of everything. Did you hit your target, your topside band on these specific 4 weeks here? You better believe it. Yeah, you hit your upside. That's within threshold. So we are literally sitting within threshold right now as we are having the discussion of, well, we need to get up another 0.5 to 0.7. It's like, oh, hold on, right? Okay, so understood, just back testing, level of conformance are not even here, guys. So this topside band has not been, that's not exactly how we'd like it to look right now. We just wouldn't. Like if it were perfect every time, right? We back test this thing and it's perfect every time. It's just not, that's not the case. So mind such in terms of technically we will mind such. So the monthly we understand, that's the go-getter. The hourly, pushing up to 90% of the way there on your specific, this was on the hourly, right? On the hourly lines. I don't want to say I drew that for a reason on the hourly on Bitcoin. If you trade a lot and you look at a lot of hourly specific targets, now to back off of we're just gonna back off. And it's time, everyone just back off. No, I'm just putting things into context because recently we had a great move to the upside. I encourage everybody to lock your profits in, right? That allowed you to carry in some big profits down, okay, when the rest of the party, wherever they were at, okay, when we locked in profits here, the rest of the party, hurt down. Okay, fact. Don't worry about it. Fact. You weren't in pain, right? A 20% give back. That was your profit. Boom, boom. Hey, okay, that was your profit that you locked in here. What did we get the benefit of here? We got the benefit of a topping formation, didn't we? We got the benefit of a topping formation. We don't have the benefit right now of a topping formation on any type of macro chart. We do this in terms of quite a bit in terms of Tesla. Yeah, in terms of Tesla, we're going to say, okay, what's the probability here that I'm going to have some sort of a topping formation? I'm going to tell you if you are going to have an arrhythmia attack or some sort of a neuron displaced when you have this level of volatility over here, nix it. Forget it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You got your money, you're doing fine. We'll find you another trade. Don't let this, if we replicate this over here and it's going to cause you an arrhythmia, neurological, you're going to go crazy. If you go crazy on me, I'm not going to be happy, all right? So that's my job is to make sure that that you don't do that, okay? So looking at this, if we went like this, all right, and this decides to just do something like this, if you are going to be miserable here and here and here, right? If you're going to be miserable this entire way, I'm bringing it up because it happens on Bitcoin all the time. She just wants to get everybody looking there, and then she's going to fill in the blanks here. She just does it all the time. We wouldn't trade Bitcoin if we didn't know that. That's just her character. It's what she likes to do. Now, if there's a pedal to the metal and somebody released some insider information from Gensler's office and everybody's just flooring Bitcoin right now, very, 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 very possible, right? Very possible. Yeah? That wouldn't be us. We don't trade on insider information at all. Now, respect the fact that you hit your 90. Did we just hit it? Are we reacting off of it? Yeah. Okay, so what is it? 3/16/96. You know, don't let that be it, right? In terms of the ultimate hit here, but it's 90% to our target. Typically, that's pretty good. Okay. Now, what would you say? Now, this is going to be your challenge. Today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. This is your challenge. Okay. This is your challenge. Let's see. Bitcoin index. The fact that depending upon what now you're going to listen to me a different way. I promise you now you're going to listen to me a different way than the way I've been saying this over and over and over ad nauseum for the last number of weeks. You're long over the 200 weekly moving average. You're short under. Do you have your trade or trades composed to where you can take profits nearly immediately, flash trade within a day, within a couple of days, within a week, a couple of weeks, within a month, a couple of months, right? How are you tiered in terms of your entry along the 200 weekly moving average? Okay, so you have one trade, you have two trades, you have three trades. Are you going to compartmentalize your trade and make sure that you have enough inside that trade? The problem is this. It's no good for you to not enjoy the market and feel like you're doing the wrong thing when you're taking profits. So if you can segment out your trade and have, I got my flash trade. I'm going to execute this today. I got one for this week. Boom. And then I got a ride position for the monthly. I got three, right? However you're going to look at it, but now you see it. Yes, now you understand. It's like, okay, well, I can do two trades. I can do a flash trade. I can execute a flash trade. I can also execute, you can execute more than that if you want to. You can aggregate it. You can pile it together. And you can say, well, that's fine. I'm just going to take 20. You're going to be eating yourself up. I'm just going to take 25% of my profit here. And then I'm going to take 25% of you're going to do that and you're going to feel miserable about yourself. If you segregate it and you compartmentalize it in different trades, you're going to feel like you planned the whole thing. You just are. And you're going to decide what amount of money you want to ride up whenever it rides up or whenever it rides down. And you're going to predetermine the fact that when you close your flash trade, that lasts a day or so or less, hey, you're going to be happy with that amount of money. And that when you close your weekly trade, let's say it lasts a week or maybe, who knows, about a week, maybe two, you're going to be happy with that. And you're going to predesignate and do some calculations in terms of how much money you really want to make and what's going to make you happy and what you really need to invest for that to occur. That's the advantage of structuring in your trades ahead of time. When you just put in the most that you're comfortable with on a trade, given the risk dynamics and given what you're comfortable with, I'm just not comfortable with, structure it around your flash trades, hours, minutes, hours, today. Maybe number of days, short days, right? Category number one. Category number two, right? Week, maybe this week, maybe 10 days, right? Itchy to pull it. I want that profit. I want that profit. When you have a trade that's set there to guys pull the trigger on and take the profits on a flash trade, and you still have your weekly and maybe your monthly going, life is nice. It's nice. You replenish your smaller trades, your higher frequency, meaning shorter time frame trades. You replenish those. You replenish your weekly trades. Yeah. Okay, not from the same entry point, but you're going to get another dynamic in play. You're going to get another equivalent, not like the 200 weekly on Bitcoin, but you're going to be able to replenish those It's not going to feel like you ran out of ammunition. Hey, okay? So, if you didn't do that this time, make sure you do it next time. Get yourself another well-established, there's not another line like the 200 weekly moving average on Bitcoin. There's just not. But we've been along it, I don't even want to say it, we've been along it for, what, 415 days, 400 some odd days. So the point is, to the extent that we can really get up and over, really down and under on it, that's where you're going to want to really have applied what I just described to you. And to the extent that you can do it, man, the world is yours. The market's yours. Big time. Big time. You're going to hit the trigger on a short flash trade. You have your week-to-week trade, and you have your month-to-month trade all set up. Yeah, that's nice. Around a critical level like the 200 weekly, man, sounds like you know what you're doing. It sounds like you really know what you're doing. Yeah, big time. Big time. You're like, yeah, we do know what we're doing. I know you know what you're doing, but that really sounds like you know what you're doing, right? And then you're going to replenish your higher frequency, your quicker take trades. I see the ones that last like a day or 2 days. You'll even replenish maybe that weekly if you decide to pull the trigger on that and take the profits. I see how this works. Okay, good. Good. And you can get into your replacement, your replenishment of your trades depending upon your next levels of interaction. I'll just throw that out there for you to start thinking about, well, how and when and why and where do you want to replace your hourly up to a daily trades versus your weekly trades versus your carryover into a monthly trade? Now you have maybe a replenishment based upon specified levels of engagement that you would expect on that. You got it, guys. It's going to be the minute, hour, daily kind of level, or the weekly level, or that monthly level. Okay? This is a real big level, the 200 weekly. So looking at Bitcoin, let's get back into the groove. But just listen. Not just talking. We're not just talking here. We are really talking here, right? Good job, guys. I know you get it. Let's see what we have. What do you got going on?
Alert. Contact 5-minute capital line.
All right. Whoops, sorry for the do-over there. But yeah, I'm working on some notification options for Capital Line. Okay, notification options. I think in a couple of weeks or so, we'll have some notification options for Capital Line. I also want, when we are watching the live open, this is going to be good, I want to be notified what's getting hit. You can already see it, but as we complicate our charts, as we get into, and look at this recovery, no way on Tesla. That's a mean level of resistance. Boom, down and out. They just got eaten up. But who's engaging right now? Shorts just got eaten up. Bears got eaten up. Big time. Level. What do we have here? I just want to see what we got going on.
Alert. Contact 5-minute capital line.
All right, 5 minute again. Now, okay. Now, we've seen this flip back around up into preceding level of resistance, flip to support, or we just saw this recently on the NASDAQ. You guys know this. What happens here? Shorts engage. Bears going to the mat here. You got it. And who's going to engage? Bulls going to the mat here. You got it. This is it. You want to hedge it? Yeah, look at it. Okay? This is a level shorts are engaging. Preceding level of resistance, capitulation beyond. Shorts are just waiting. You know this. And this is the bulls to take back up into this turf. Yeah. So, good moment for Tesla. Nice to see that pickup below. You didn't want to power drive into that. No, we wanted to look at that golden pocket and about that 30% discount, huh? Hey, give you a reason to get a position there. Nicely done. Now, so Bitcoin, just good overall talk, huh? That's it. That's what she's doing. This was the hit where? Into the 90%. We concur. Did she trade? She did. To what? About a half a point. If you guys want to dig in and trade on the lower time frames, we could literally do that all day right now. I know that you are doing that all day. That's nice. It's good action, huh? Whenever it goes down, it just turns around and goes back up. It's beautiful. Beautiful price action. Now, let's look real quickly. What do we have incoming? We have Bitcoin used to rock and roll all the time. We'd actually live stream all the time, and she'd actually move, huh? She would actually move all the time. And we started hunting down that specific volatility on the New York Open. Yeah, indeed. We're having a good time with it. I hope you guys are enjoying that. Looking at the cupature and handle feature, kind of a double handle with a cupature. We saw a revisit of this level, but you can see the more that you stretch this out, the more you're going to be able to say, I just want to see if this is still the 5 minute.
Alert. Contact 3 minute.
3 minute. I want to see how that's bouncing around on the 3 minute, 5 minute capital control lines. But looking at the framework here, it's like the more you stretch this out, the less of a rising wedge it becomes and the more of a specific cupature and handle. If things are looking bullish on something, pay attention to the interpretation where we might get just a nice run up of it, okay? This pattern with the amplitude move here, and you could say, well, why don't we just call it a nice ascending triangulation? You can bootstrap in this bottom line hitch. However, we need, for purposes really of a well-constructed target to the upside, typically this can trade, but typically, guys, you're not going to do that. That's not going to be part of the fundamental of technical analysis. You're not going to see that guys. If you can find the page, book, source, authority, you bring it to me. But that's just not really good tactical engagement with the market. It's not. So we don't want the hitch in here. We want to hit in, bam, 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 bam. We want those trade-offs between resistance, support, and up. So we don't want to include this extra space down in this area per, let's just say generally, as we're looking at measurements. So 6%. So she's trying to outdo Tesla now. Nice to see her get up and go. VIP are making money, 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 money. You got it right. I hope the indicators are doing well for you. I hope the headroom is going well for you. And I hope that I see some trades from you. That's it. And I'm going to shout out to Venus, who is trading the lights out of the party 24/7, 365. Way to trade, Venus. Pleasure to do everything we're doing in 2023 and beyond. Want to see you guys doing really well in terms of your trades. It's just, I say it because I just want to see you guys doing well. I know you're doing well. You're not just sitting there, are you? No, you're not just sitting there. Yeah, the guys who are just sitting there, they're not going to be just sitting there. I'm going to say that right now. The guys who are just sitting there, not going to be just sitting there. There's too much going on, right? We need a competitive group. You don't want to be competitive. Hey, that's okay. Indicators for people who want to get involved. You got it right. Period. Keep saying that, but that's about on a day like today with an over 200 weekly. Guys, it's just really, really, really nice technicals. We're really excited for anyone and everyone who made these technical trades possible, is the bottom line. And I mean from an institutional standpoint, market maker standpoint, anybody who would really be involved in the technical expressions and allowing us the opportunity to really engage in some forthright opportunities in the form of trading Bitcoin. So we appreciate that layer kind of behind the curtain in terms of everything that goes on. And I never let that go without being said that we really appreciate everyone who makes these trades possible, without a doubt. And I mean that. So we have just come into contact with our critical level of resistance. Market tag it. It is not a question. We've just hit it. Now we have the need to break out. So, have shorts engaged? Yes, shorts just engaged. Okay, at the preceding pivot is the bottom line. As we look at that preceding pivot, just a direct lateral handoff. You got it right. What do we hit on NVIDIA today? Lateral pickup. True? Yes. Yes. Lateral pickup. You got it. Nice hit, huh? Nice hit. Just feels good to hit it, doesn't it? You hit it. Congratulations, you hit it. Did you hit NVIDIA? It was a nice hit, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a nice hit. It felt good to hit it. Lateral pickup. Nicely done, huh? This one, huh? Everything's screaming through the atmosphere. Nice pickup. Flash trade, positional trade. How you doing? How you doing? But I thought it'd be easy. I thought all this was going to be easy. Oh, I see. I see. I mean, I have to actually compute in terms of an overall position and my risk potential and my stop loss, and it's not just me deciding what's going to go up or what's going to go down tomorrow. I can't just relax and decide what everyone thinks is going up. I can't just do that. I mean, that makes me a trader, right? No. Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. So we are going to be. Let's look at this weekly and see how far off we are again. We're in tight. We're in deep. Huh? Look at this. We have hit within point, about a point, really. We got about $350 to satisfy that weekly standard deviation. We're at the point of breakout. This would be the time for bulls to really crash the party. What do we know at this line? Do we want to change it to this line? We can. If you want to stair step this up in terms of the, just shy, that's 31,068. If you want to play long over, short under at the 31.68. It's really going to be 31.7. Hold on one second. Let me actually mark this down. There we go. Let me draw a vertical line so I can get this exactly. Let's see what we got, guys. Or horizontal, rather. Let me see what we got. 31.8. 13. 31.813. That is your line in the sand. Your specific preceding level of resistance. The need is for bulls to operate up and over here consistently. Okay? Bottom line. This is exactly the area precedingly where we locked in our profits. We locked in the profits hard. Right? Boom. Bam. Locked in a lot of profits here. Yeah? A lot of profits here right now. So, here we want to break out, right? I mean, here we want to break out. Nice to lock in some profits here, but I mean, don't we want to break out? What do you guys think, huh? What are you going to do with your profits? You want to lock them in and we're just going to just let it ride, huh? You flash trade this? Yes, you flash traded this. Okay, good. Now, you flash traded this. Let's go into a different time frame. You guys want to go to a different time frame? Let's go look at our. Hope you're all having a great start to the week. How could it not be a good start to the week? Let's see. What do we got on our daily? I want to go back to to this level. Yeah, right into it. Bam. Okay, the weekly, and what are we on the monthly? Yeah, that monthly chart. That is interestingly denoted along the bottom here, right? In terms of the opportunity around the 20 moving average to the downside, yeah, indeed. And you were off by what? Capital control line caught up. You're off by $200. Okay, you're off by $200, but then you threw on what? Well, you threw on $5,000, over $5,000. So you're off by $200 and $250, and you threw on like $5,300, $5,350. Okay, so that's a 20% move low to high this month. Nicely done. Nice volatility. We agree. Nicely done. This is just my favorite specific chart to deal with. Resistance hit. It's a larger time frame. Is it easier to trade? Maybe. Do we want to wait for a candle to set up and over? No. Do you want to get in big time a lower entry? And if you caught the bottom of Bitcoin, how long has it been on fire and ice? You could literally program it up to catch it on anything, really. The 106% over, don't tell me, guys. Don't tell me. 334 days. It's going to be a little off. It's a monthly, okay? Over 300 days? A year? Since the bottom of Bitcoin? A year? What have you been doing, Bitcoin? What have you been doing? You've been encouraging us to go find some volatility with equities or anything else that we can. A year? A year? You see what when I'm talking about a carry trade? Ouch. Unless what? Unless you had a flash trade and then you had your trade that was going to last a number of weeks And you had maybe one for a month or 2 months. Then you have you have compartmentalized your level of expectation in terms of your carry trade. And it's no big deal. You're continually replenishing your day trades, your weekly trades. You got it. Yeah? Yes. So it's not that whole painful year. That's tucked in the background. That's no problem. Yeah? We may have picked up another one here at the 200 weekly just for fun, to tuck in on the top of that low position, right? Maybe. Good way to think about things. Yes, indeed. We need that price action to fit the bill. So nicely done on BTC. We're at a level of resistance. Nothing has stopped her so far. She has been very aggressive. Not bad. Just while we talk about it, not bad to discuss the specifics. I hope you're all doing well. I know that you are doing well. Let me see what I just do. I happen to know that you're doing well. Congratulations, you're doing well. We're doing well. Take a look at this. This was what we had to work with, right? We just really did. And now, everybody's like, you kidding me, man? Hold on. Okay, we can take the descending. Couldn't you have backed off here and really made this nice? But this is what you've done here. We'll take that, but everyone is going to say, hold on. Whoa. Because we already did this with you, Bitcoin. We already did this with you, Ethereum. We already did this with you. This is the monthly. Yes, granted we have an upside target. Do you all remember this little charade that Bitcoin decided to pull off in this zone right here? Do you remember the technical charade that Bitcoin decided to throw in terms of this? And remember on the candle wicks, there we go. This was the real problem on the candle wicks. Now you're talking. I see. Oh, this broadening top. Oh, yeah, I remember that broadening top. Oh, I see. So, no big deal. No problem. Right? No problem at all. All right, listen, we've traded this. Bitcoin could be miserable on these. Bitcoin was miserable on this. Beyond miserable. Literally just pestilent. Just awful. Beyond miserable. This here was, but we knew it ahead of time, didn't we? 100% we knew it. Bullish over, bearish under? Why not? Bullish over, bearish under. All right. Be cautious of these. Staring you right in the face. Let's see what we got here. Let me see this.
Alert. Contact 15-minute capital line.
Hold on.
Contact 15-minute capital.
Okay, contact 15-minute capital line. Just paying attention to those. So the monthly, definitely challenging. Okay. Challenging any of the traders who are paying attention to Bitcoin and just looking for, well, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit, I see. With a broadening top. Okay. Well, it's going to have to be one heck of a shift is the bottom line. It's going to have to be a heck of a shift for us to just power up and through and say adios on this weekly. You dig back into your 4-hourly, take a look at your specific preceding wicks. And around, what was that, guys, a month ago, 6 months ago. But that one was important. This one was important. True or false? Dang it. Boom. There we go. Test number 1, bam. Test number 2, broadening top number 1, failure. Broadening top number 2, failure. This really busted. Breakout and busted pattern. Failure, boom. Okay. Now, this one was the first one. Let's do this. The 1, 2, 3. Easy pickup, right? Not an easy pickup. Let me see what we got in terms of.
Alert. Contact 15 minutes.
Okay, so 15 minutes is getting lit up in terms of cap line right now. A lot of action on 15-minute cap line. This was an aggressive move right down to a moving average. We were focusing on 20 moving averages. You'll recall in this area here, we started to focus on those larger time frames in those moving averages, and this happened to be a direct contact hit on a moving average. So that was a nice one to pick up. Very aggressive, boom, okay? That was one that completed. The second one failed. The third one failed. So 1 for 3, batting 1 for 3. Batting 1 for 3. 30% chance of it going up. On the monthly, if you will structure your capital in line with that and have a deductive, a deductive sense of your probabilities, anytime that you have a conflict or if you're bringing in a back testing situation just to safeguard yourself, doesn't mean if you have lower entries, you're going to dispense them. Again, on that, let's say on that compartmentalized approach to your trades, it becomes a lot easier to not feel rushed into a position if you really feel certain that you have hit appropriately a specific critical threshold litmus test level, okay, level of interaction like the 200 weekly, or in this instance, it could have even really been, or the specific lower band on that monthly was close, right? Was close. We had downside targets. We had downside targets, famous last words, but we just did, and we're never going to just say caution to the wind. That's fine. We don't care about downside targets. That's just it. Okay. So we've got the technical parameters in play. We agree? Yes. If you have multiple different types of trades going on right now in flash trades, and you have your carry trade, I'm very impressed. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader. Way to trade. I would pay attention. Please, kindly note. I would pay attention. Please and kindly note. What is this, the same one? I think this may be the same one. Yeah, this is just the same one. In terms of the specifics, let me see if I can go to the 8 hourly here. You're just seeing that preceding level of resistance hit into. Let's look at just something real quickly that I would pay some attention to. If we were looking at a this level of resistance has a lot of orders on it. We agree? Without a doubt. We have the inverse head and shoulders. We have this level of breakout here to the extent that we are going to be looking. Let me get back over to here. Maybe we can see it better here. To the extent that let me get into the lower time frames. What do we have here? Okay, we have got on the, I know you guys have got all your monitors up and everything else. I'm limited to one monitor on the stream. It's not awful, but it's a little bit limiting, flipping back and forth between charts and just looking at one specific monitor. We're technically up and over. Let's do this on the lower time frame. We're technically up and over this specific cupature and handle feature. Bulls are going to have to re-engage a long level of resistance to support. Ideally, we'll get another chance at that. Okay, ideally, you want a chance to participate at prior levels of resistance or prior pivots. When price actions interacting as such, you want the opportunity to re-engage at prior levels of resistance to flip to support. We agree? Yes. If you're doing that consistently, you're doing excellently well. You're doing very, very well, without a doubt. You're just going to see here prior level of resistance. Boom, bam, bam, boom, boom. Beautifully well done. I mean, look at these trades. These are not small hits. These are good hits. These are nice levels. Good throttle to the upside, 3%. Boom. So as you're whittling through the price action, identifying your levels of resistance, support, etc., just do note that we have the weekly target above, and we've hit it within 90%. Okay, so if you're just trading Bollinger, you're not looking at everything else, where you've hit within 90% on that target. That's nice. Again, the monthly is going to be much higher, more of a carry trade. We've just got, and we'll just frame it back into this. It's just not easy, but it just did extremely well. Lower time frames right now with level of resistance, you know this, but level of resistance over that specific that we just called, over the 31.850, over bullish, under bearish, right? It is what it is. So that's probably the best that we can approach it with, as if it were another 200 weekly moving average. And essentially, essentially we just have hit that the equivalent of the 200 weekly moving average. It's our next big hurdle to get over. So if you missed the 200 weekly, welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. It's right here. It's at that 31,850, and it's time to trade. We agree? Let's hit it. This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader. Way to trade. Guys, nice to see the price action. Excited to see some things go on. It just felt like it was going to be a big week. That's good. We got it going on. We're going to have to hammer this broadening top. We're going to have to do that on the monthly. Noted. We're going to go ahead and have to do that. How about that? Cup and handle, a lot easier to deal with. Bulkowski speaks very well of them in terms of technical advantages, in terms of the market that they present. Bulkowski, and shout out to Tom. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going great. Let me see what we've got going on. In terms of the details, guys, we'll talk to you soon. We'll be trading the open tomorrow. Way to hit Tesla today on the golden pocket. 7% to the upside. Bam. Nicely done. NVDA. Beautiful catch on that level of support. Lateral pickup. There's a lateral drop off here, bam, on Tesla or on Bitcoin. So remember, we look at equities just to bring over that volatility in terms of the practicum that we can, the tactical engagement that we can, and apply it to the Bitcoin trades. This is London with Bitcoin Spike, a VIP Trader. Take care of yourself, guys. We'll talk to you soon. See you in the morning. Bye-bye.